Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So this video is actually going to be the pregnancy tag. I am going to be answering 18 questions about my pregnancy, so let's go ahead and get started. So the first question is, how many months are you? And I am currently 24 weeks, so I am 6 months pregnant. Over halfway there, which is crazy. Question number 2 was our family's reaction. So I can genuinely say that Michael's family was a little bit more excited in their reactions, or at least they seemed a little bit more excited in their reactions than my family did. He is the youngest of 2 brothers, and his older brother does have a nephew, does have a son, so he has a nephew, and he's about to be 5 years old this year. So they were definitely excited to be having another grandkid. And on my side of the family, my cousins have a ton of kids. My mom this is gonna be her 3rd grandkid. The second one was actually born a little over a year ago. So, I mean, they were happy, they weren't sad about it, but I feel like Michael's family was a little bit more excited. Number 3 is the gender of the baby. So we already know the gender of our baby, and we are having a baby girl. Number 4 is, what did you want the gender to be? So I have mentioned this before, and obviously, like a lot of people say, we just wanted a healthy, happy pregnancy and a healthy, happy baby. But if I was being completely honest, I always wanted a girl at least first. I do want multiple kids, but I always wanted a girl first. So I am super, super happy and super excited to be having a girl. Number 5 is, do you want more kids? And as of now, yes, we do. We want about 3 kids. But obviously we'll see once we have this one. We definitely want more than 1. So we're gonna try for another one after we have this one. Obviously not right away, but right now we plan for 3. So we'll see how that goes. Number 6 is biggest cravings during this pregnancy. To be honest, I don't think I've had any like crazy cravings. In the first trimester, I was really, really sick, and the only thing that I could stand to eat or drink was like fruits. So I was drinking like a lot of fruit juice. I was having a lot of fruits like bananas, strawberries, grapes, because I couldn't really eat much else as far as like food goes. So I would say fruity stuff, and even now I still really, really like to drink fruity drinks, and I still have fruits every single day, so I guess you could say fruits, but it hasn't been like I need it or I'm gonna die type of thing. Number 7 is, what has been the best part of your pregnancy? So the best part of the pregnancy, hands down by far, has been feeling her movements. Like I said, I'm 24 weeks now, and I started feeling flutters around 16 weeks and full-blown kicks around 18 weeks. So I've been feeling her for a while now, and I just think it's so amazing that every single week her kicks get stronger and stronger, and I can just feel like when she moves around and when she's kicking and kind of just getting comfortable, and I just think that that's so amazing. And it's crazy that I'm only gonna get to feel it for a little while until she's here. Number 8 is, what is the worst part of pregnancy so far? And the worst part of pregnancy so far, I would have to say, what I'm not looking forward to is giving birth. But the worst part so far has just been the morning sickness that I endured during my first trimester. I felt like that was so debilitating, and I was just not prepared for it, because it wasn't just nausea, it was nausea and vomiting and food aversions and everything on the spectrum, dehydration. Like, it was just horrible. I looked horrible, I felt horrible, but thank God that it's over, so I don't have to worry about that anymore. But that was the worst part of my pregnancy up until now, definitely. Number 9 is, if we have a name picked out, and we do have a name picked out. I will be doing a name reveal soon, but yes, we do have a name picked out for our little girl. We have her first and middle name already picked out, so we have been calling her by her name since the moment we found out it was a girl, and it's just been amazing. Number 10 is who will be present during labor. So during my labor, obviously I want Michael to be there. He's gonna be there, yes or yes. And I would really like my mom to be there as well. I just feel like she would be a great form of moral support. But we live in Orlando and our family lives in Miami, so my mom is gonna be driving up. So it just kind of depends on when this little girl decides to make her arrival, because if she comes a little bit before her due date, then my mom might not be able to make it on time, because obviously she's planning to come around the time that I'm due, but you can't really predict these kind of things. So definitely Michael and hopefully my mom, but we'll see. Number 11 is, do you have a birth plan? And I don't have a birth plan set in stone 100%, but I do have things that I want already on my birth plan. Like, I already know what I want to put on my birth plan, but it's not set in stone yet, because obviously I still need to speak to my doctor about certain things that I want done and what I don't want done. And then I also need to make sure that my hospital can accommodate these certain things that I want to do or not do. So I still have to talk to my doctor, and I still want to do a hospital tour before actually writing up my birth plan and sharing it with you guys, but I do plan to have one. And number 12 is, will you be filming your birth? I don't know if I'll be filming it. I'll probably be filming bits and pieces. I want to film it, but I don't know if in the moment that's just going to be something that I'm like, hey, let's go ahead and film. And then again, I don't know if that's something that my hospital allows. So I have to ask and see before confirming anything. I definitely want to take pictures, and I definitely want to film like before and after. But the actual labor itself, I'm not too sure yet. Number 13 is, do you want a natural birth or a medicated birth? Me personally, I really want to go for a natural birth. I want to go as natural as possible. I don't want to be, hooked up to the monitor the whole entire time. I don't want to be hooked up to an IV the whole entire time. I definitely want the least amount of medical intervention possible, but I do plan to give birth in a hospital, so that I know that it's not going to be 100% unmedicated. As of right now, my plan is to not go for an epidural. I'm going to try my best, and I've also already kind of started, hypnobirthing meditation and looking into alternative methods of pain relief during labor. But obviously I don't know. This is my first baby, and this is going to be my first labor experience. So I'm not going to be completely against it, but as of right now, the plan is to go for as unmedicated as possible as I can in a hospital. So yes, natural. Number 14 is, are you scared about labor? I definitely am scared about labor, only because I don't know what to expect. A lot of people say that, contractions are kind of like period cramps or period pains. And to be honest, my periods were never crazy. Like, I never had really, really horrible symptoms during my period. I never had like debilitating cramps or debilitating back pain or anything like that. So I don't know how my body's going to react once I start having labor contractions. I also don't know how long I'm gonna be laboring for. I'm gonna, do as much as I can to try to help myself have, oh my goodness, she's so cute, to kind of help myself have the most effective and speedy delivery possible. But, everybody's body is different, and that's not really something you can plan. So I definitely am scared for labor. I think the one thing I'm scared about the most, it's so ridiculous, but it's tearing. I'm so scared to tear down there because I'm so small. I'm only 5 feet tall, 130 pounds. So I am very, very tiny. I'm very petite. So to think that a baby is going to be coming out of there, and to think that it probably will rip me open and I will have to get stitches, I'm just not looking forward to that recovery process. I know that even if you don't get stitches, the recovery process is still very, very intense. So I'm sure that stitches don't help, and I'm just really, really praying that I don't get a 3rd or 4th degree tear during labor if I do give birth vaginally. Number 15 is, will you be breastfeeding? And I do, like I said, plan for it. You know, I'm trying to eat as healthy as I can now. I've been doing research on things that kind of help lactation and stuff. I've been looking into breastfeeding tips and all of that stuff. I do want to take a breastfeeding class before this pregnancy is over. So I do plan to breastfeed. I want to do it for at least a year, or at least up until as long as my body allows me to, because I do believe that it is the absolute best for baby. So yes, I do plan to breastfeed, but like I said, this is my first baby. This will be my first time breastfeeding, so I don't know how long I'll get to do it for, but it is in the plans. Number 16 is, will you be planning to make your own baby food? And I do plan to make my own baby food. I just feel like, again, that is a lot healthier for the baby. And I also plan to exclusively breastfeed for a year. That is definitely something that I really want to do and I really believe in. I know that some people like to introduce solids at about 6 months. And obviously this is up to your own personal preference and what you decide is right for you and your baby. And I definitely feel like exclusively breastfeeding for a full year before introducing her to solids is something that I am passionate about and something that I really want to do. So once I start introducing solids, if it's after a year or whenever I do plan to make my own baby food though. Number 17 is, what are you looking forward to after pregnancy? So it sounds a little bit weird, but one of the things that I'm most looking forward to is having a postpartum body journey. So like I said, I've always been very, very tiny. I've always been very petite. I never ever had to lose weight in my life just because it was a struggle for me to gain weight. And once I did, like, I was just loving where my body was at. I was loving everything about it. And obviously I'm gaining weight during the pregnancy. So I'm just so excited to have like a postpartum transformation, or like a postpartum, see how much my body changes and goes through after I give birth to a baby, and after I'm breastfeeding, and after I'm, you know, basically living to provide for a baby after creating this baby. Like, just everything that my body's gonna go through. It sounds kind of weird, but I'm excited for that because I want to be able to experience that and appreciate my body so much more. And the last question is, will you be a working mom or a stay-at-home mom? So this one is a little bit tricky because as of right now, I do work full-time for a company, and I really do enjoy it. I plan on taking maternity leave once I give birth, and my maternity leave is 3 months. But I don't know if I will be going back. As of right now, I do plan to go back, but like I said, I can't see the future. I don't know if I'm really gonna feel comfortable leaving the baby at 12 weeks with a daycare center. I don't know if I'm gonna feel comfortable with that. Like, we're just gonna see what happens. As of right now, like I said, I am working, so I do plan to be a working mom. If I can somehow be a work from home mom, that would be amazing too, because obviously my income does make a difference to the household. So I don't plan on like not working at all and not doing anything, but we'll see if I'll have the opportunity to be a work from home mom once baby comes. And that is it for this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed and got to know a little bit more about me and my pregnancy. And if you enjoyed it, please be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more content like this. And that way you can follow me on the rest of my pregnancy journey and my journey into motherhood, which is so, so exciting. And if you enjoyed this tag, definitely feel free to do it. I thought that this tag was super fun to do. I just looked up the questions on Google, to be honest, but I really enjoyed sharing these things about my pregnancy with you guys. And I guess I'll see you in my next video. Bye.